Several years ago, I created the visually impaired people, or the VIP tag, and answered the questions myself while also tagging other people. And it's been a while, so I figured I would do an updated version of that video. Same questions, but some of the answers I'm sure will probably be different. So let's get started. The first question is, what medical condition caused you to be blind or visually impaired? I was born with a rare condition known as septo-optic dysplasia. In 3 words, describe your vision. This is a very tough question. Pretty sure it was tough then, it's still tough now. I guess the first 3 words that come to mind at the moment would probably be stable, unique, and blurry. What is the hardest thing to do being blind or visually impaired? Honestly, at this point in my life, I would probably say getting and holding a job for many reasons. I could go into more detail in the future. I don't think I have in the past, but I can in the future. But basically, there are a lot of factors stacked against me when it comes to work because of my vision, including discrimination when applying for jobs, difficulty with the cost of transportation and the availability of transportation, getting necessary accommodations, having employers actually give me things to do. In the past, I've had times where I ended up just sitting around because I wasn't given enough to do because of my vision. So, like I said, there's a lot that goes into it, but I would probably say at this point that that is the hardest thing for me to do, being legally blind. What is the best part about being blind or visually impaired? I have made videos about this in the past with multiple great things about being blind, but the best thing would probably be the very unique opportunities that I have had that a lot of sighted people haven't even had the chance to do themselves. For example, when I was younger, I actually got to fly a plane on multiple occasions, which is not something that a lot of sighted people get to do. I also got to meet an author because of my disability. I spoke at an event that Michael Hingston was also speaking at. If you don't know who that is, Michael is the author of a book called Thunderdog. He is a blind survivor of 9/11, and he wrote about his experiences. So since I am legally blind, I got to go to that event, which normally I wouldn't have been able to go to, and therefore got to meet him. So I could go on, but that would probably be what I would say is the best thing. It's just there's a lot of unique opportunities that I honestly don't think I would have had if I was sighted. What is the question you get asked most about or because of your vision? I don't get out much anymore because of transportation issues, so I don't really get asked many questions in person, but since I post content online, I get asked a lot of questions. I guess if I have to pick just one, because there's so many and I could actually make a whole video on it, but I would probably say the one I get asked most would be, why do you have your face so close to the screen? In person, this isn't really an issue, but like I said, I am pretty much only getting questions about my vision from people online. And a lot of times when I get asked questions online, it is during live streams. And most of the live streams that I do are gaming related. And so I have to have my face super close to the screen to play the video games. And whether the stream is gaming related or not, I have to get extremely close to the screen to read chat. So I get asked a lot about why I have my face so close to the screen. Do you have a cane, a guide dog, or neither? I have a retired guide dog that is currently snoring. Her name is Glenna. I got her in 2013. She retired in 2018. And since she retired, I have only used a cane. That is what I still use to this day. I actually have a couple. I will show you the one that I use. It's in pretty bad shape. this is the cane that I am currently using. It is not in very good shape. If you are sighted, you might be able to tell, especially when I show you the tip of the cane, which is half gone, pretty much. So this is my cane tip. Hopefully y'all can see it. It is supposed to be a marshmallow tip, and it is pretty bad. It's been used a lot, but I do use a cane at the moment. I have another one that I'm going to switch to, but I just keep forgetting to. It's actually an older cane than this one, but it's in better shape. I plan on getting another guide dog at some point in the future, because I'm sure people might be wondering that, but I have no idea when that will be. I want to enjoy the rest of the time that I have with Glenna. She is doing great, by the way. What is one piece of advice you would give to someone who is currently losing their vision, going to lose their vision in the future, or has already lost their vision? I guess one piece of advice that I will give today is to just not lose hope. I would imagine that losing your vision would be very scary and uncertain, and you may be worried about not being able to do the things that you enjoy doing, and that you won't be able to live a fulfilling life without any vision. But that is not the case. While you will have to do things differently, most likely, you can still do so many different things. That being said, it will take time. For example, if you are someone that, while sighted, absolutely enjoyed baking or cooking, if you are losing your vision, then you may be worried about not being able to cook anymore or to bake anymore. And while it will take time to get to where you can do those things independently again, it is absolutely possible. You may have to do things differently than you used to, but you will get to where you can absolutely do it independently. But there are many people who will absolutely help you along the process, whether it's simply through encouragement and emotional support, or it's through teaching you how to do various things that you want to learn how to do, or it's through connecting you with people who can. There are so many of us out here who will help encourage you and support you along the way. So just hang in there. It may be really scary and uncertain and sad right now, but it will get better. If you only take one thing from all my rambling during this question, take this. It will get better, and you will absolutely be able to live a meaningful, fulfilling, and happy life, despite having less vision or no vision at all. I could go on and on about my advice, but that is the one piece that I will give right now. What is one piece of advice that you would give to a sighted person about interacting with a blind or visually impaired person? This is another question that I could go on and on about, but the one that I will mention in this video is, if you see a blind or visually impaired person with a guide dog, don't pay attention to the dog. Don't talk to the dog, don't make eye contact, don't pet the dog, don't give the dog treats. Just don't acknowledge the dog unless you get permission from the blind or visually impaired person. If you do interact with a guide dog, it could distract them from helping the person, which could potentially lead to injury or worse. Don't ever acknowledge or interact with the dog without permission from the person, but especially while crossing the street. Whenever Glenna was my guide dog, I had times where I would be in the middle of crossing the street and someone would start talking to her or go to pet her, and that is a huge safety issue. And even if someone is not crossing the street, it could cause safety issues. Why did you join YouTube? I joined YouTube way back in 2011. I'm pretty sure I wanted to start making YouTube videos before that point, but 2011 is when I got permission from my parents. And the reason I joined YouTube was because I wanted to spread awareness about being blind. I wanted to be able to educate sighted people on being blind or visually impaired, and also to encourage people that are blind or visually impaired to go for their dreams, and also to give hope to parents who have little ones that are blind or visually impaired. But overall, I just wanted to spread awareness about being blind, and I felt like YouTube was a great way to do so. Name 3 people to do this tag next. I will tag James Rath, The Blind Life, and one of my friends, RML695. That being said, if you would like to do the tag yourself, either as a YouTube video or just in the comments or on your blog or some other social media platform, I would absolutely love to hear or read your answers. So the questions will all be down in the description. For anyone that is sighted, I apologize. I know the scene looks different. I'm re-recording this portion of the video because I forgot some stuff, so I apologize. But that is the visually impaired people, or the VIP tag. I will have links to the hardcover, paperback, Kindle, and audio versions of Thunderdog by Michael Hingston, which is the book that I referenced earlier, as well as an affiliate link to join Audible if you have not already and you would like to give it a shot. I will also have a link to my wish list as well as my Patreon if you would like to support me, and I will have my social links down below as well. If you have any video ideas that you would like me to do, please let me know, whether it's about being blind, having mental illness, being part of the LGBT community, whatever the case may be. Please let me know either in the comments or on social media. That being said, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. Do not forget how amazing, beautiful, wonderful, and loved you are. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.